Ladies and gentlemen, Trump's Supreme Court. Remember the same president that morally superior liberal Democrats thought was this imbecile and buffoon, couldn't get anything done, was inept, and Republicans, ungrateful, petulant, weak establishment Republicans who were never Trumpers said, oh, this man, how could he be president? He's unfit to serve. Well, his Supreme Court gave conservatives in Texas a monumental victory. Now, I'm not going to talk about my viewpoints on SB8 in terms of whether I think it's good or bad for women or for unborn children. That's a different topic. I'm going to explain that the hysteria and the apoplectic response, the false and misleading claims by Democrats when it comes to this it's the same thing as what they did with the voting laws that were enacted in Georgia and elsewhere, that the Supreme Court also upheld. So Trump's Supreme Court upheld SB8, essentially, decided not to even take any action, which means that it upheld SB8, which banned abortions after 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, you could still get the medical procedure before 6 weeks. Now, it's interesting just in terms of value system and logic and the manner in which Democrats behave when it comes to government mandates, telling people what they should do with their bodies, forcing people to do things based on their interpretation of reality. Okay? Look at the New York Times statistics. In aggregate numbers, they've continually had the worst outcomes. And they have the highest unemployment rates, the top 10 highest unemployment rates, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, are Democratic-run states. Go to the New York Times statistics. You still have New York and New Jersey, and God bless the people of New York and New Jersey, and other blue states as the highest per capita rates. I think 4 of the top 6 highest per capita rates are Democratic-run states. But getting back to this, you could still get the procedure done, before 6 weeks. So how does it ban anything? That's like saying, any law that infringes upon the Second Amendment, you want to erase the Second Amendment, which Democrats want to do. There are people who want to completely erase, just like there are people who want to do away with Roe v. Wade. But it doesn't do away with that law. It doesn't ban or do away with the precedent obviously has changed a bit, but you can still get the medical procedure. And if, God forbid, something horrendous happens where you need that medical procedure, you want that medical procedure, well, there you go. You're not going to wait past 6 weeks if something absolutely atrocious takes place. God forbid. And talking about criminals, it's Democrats who want to abolish prisons and defund police. So don't go ahead and see what happens is you have these moments where Democrats are faced with government decisions, state laws and decisions, and a government that they don't like. So suddenly it's this overreaching government telling people what to do with their bodies. They don't mind. They do not care. Okay? They don't care if they want to tell people what to do with their bodies if they deem, whatever law or protocol appropriate. So it's not about autonomy. It's not about a woman's autonomy or individual autonomy. So hit subscribe to this channel right now because Trump's Supreme Court gave them a monumental defeat. And they have the Senate, the House, the Senate, the presidency. They're powerless because President Trump's Supreme Court I mean, in a 5-4, with the 4 being, of course, Roberts joining liberals on the court, you don't have a 5-4 decision like this without Trump. That's one of the key points of this segment. But hit subscribe to this channel right now. Tell your friends about this channel. We're growing. We're on our way to 200,000 subscribers. I'm doing it the hard way, all by myself with your help. I'm not joining a, monstrosity of a organization or a network. I don't have $20 million in venture capital funding. By the way, those people are facing a discrimination case nobody's talking about. But hit subscribe if you want to give a super thanks. The super thanks is below in the pin next to the like and share buttons. If you want to read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, other publications, go to hagoodman.com. That's in the pinned comment. And my latest opinion piece in The Jerusalem Post is also in the comment section. I will have a live stream today, probably around 6:30 p.m., so be here. We have great live streams. But why the heartbeat bill is misleading name for so here you get the petulant liberal response. The heartbeat bill is misleading. Well, it's not really misleading here. The Texas law, which went into effect Wednesday, defines a fetal heartbeat as, quote, a cardiac activity or the steady and repetitive rhythmic contraction of the fetal heart within the gestational sac. Okay, so you have cardiac activity, and so according to a great many doctors and a great many Republicans and conservatives, and people who just use logic and reason and compassion, the same compassion and caring that Democrats who, claim to embody or personify. If you have cardiac activity within, an unborn child, well, there you go. You can make a good case that life has already started, even if it's an embryo. So it's viewed as the heartbeat bill, SB8. I thought that when the government makes a decision, if it's a law, you're unpatriotic and you are trying to tear apart the fabric of our democracy if you don't like it. Oh, that's right. So I don't know how many. You have Major League Baseball, so how many corporations are going to leave and protest? They're not leaving Texas. Texas is very business friendly, so good luck with that, Democrats. But you're not banning anything. You can still have the abortion. It's within 6 weeks. You want to look. It works both ways. You don't like the Second Amendment, so you're very much into gun control. You're very much into mandating things. You're very much into telling people what they need to do with their bodies all the time for the past year and a half. Okay, that might be, we might have needed to do that as a society. We might have needed to do certain things. I'm not even debating that at this moment. Okay, shutting down all of society was absurd and the brainchild of maniacs. But don't say that you are against government telling a woman what to do with her body when you tell people what to do with their bodies all the time. There are all different types of mandates. And there is a debate as to whether these mandates or these laws or these protocols are even effective. But you can't have that debate because social media has stifled and suppressed any discussion. So don't say that you don't say you care about a woman's right to choose when you, within a second, will shun and embarrass and shame and actually wish the demise. There are people hoping that others lose their life if they don't listen to exactly what they say. And while at the same time, or what the government says, at the same time saying, my God, Texas SB8, no! Well, which one is it? You can't pick and choose what to prevent the government. You can't pick and choose what the government can or can't force you to do. If you're unhappy about government decisions, then have a value system that's consistent. Give me your thoughts below. Trump's Supreme Court sinks Democrats again.